We're talking about the secret to success without early mornings. Oh, yeah. True story, apparently. Can you reach the top without being a 5 a.m. club member? No. Get up! Hey, there it is. Yes, sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, another loop begins today. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where we explore growth, success, and redefining the rules to achieve those goals. Hey, I'm your host. I'm Keith Bilous, and before we jump into things, R-rated experience coming up here today on a Monday. You know, can you have success without getting your ass out of bed first thing in the morning? We're going to challenge that idea today. Success is not just about waking up early. No, it's about making smart use of your time. It's the time of the month you can reflect and say, all right, I got to say no to a bunch of things so I can say yes to something. Because you can't have both. You don't have all that time in your life where you can just keep saying yes. You're going to have to say no to a lot of things before you can say yes to something substantial. I'm taking a day of intentional rest today. And I did. And I'm an Apple Watch guy.
You're going to rest, do it all the way. A lot of times, I'm going to take a rest, and they sit there and scroll on their phone. That's not rest. You just getting your brain all twisted up. Your body's sitting there doing nothing, but you need to be intentionally resting across the board. And I send up smoke signals so you guys know that I'm getting ready to come on the show.
If you don't have intention, you're not going to have success. You're just not going to have any big goals. It's not going to happen. It's absolutely true.
You throw a turd in the universe, that fucking turd will come back and hit you right upside.
The world runs on the schedule of early risers. Yep. You think you can just wake up whenever, roll out of bed, and still get ahead of the competition? The early bird just doesn't get the worm. The early bird gets the head start. The early bird gets the planning time, the quiet moments, the clarity that comes before everything else is awake and asking for your attention.
I'll do the shit that you won't. I'm talking to the world. And that, for me, is a state of mind I need to get ahead. There's something that has to trigger a person to be willing to do the shit that everybody else won't do. I'll do what you won't do. And I've been saying that from the time as soon as I discovered hard work and realized I could outwork people. I don't give a shit who you are. I will outwork your ass.
The truth is, you're grinding through shifting priorities and moving targets. That's all you're doing. You're getting up, moving target here, moving target. There's moving targets everywhere. Without structure, you end up reacting to everything that comes your way. When you own your time, guess what, nation? You own your results. Structure gives you the space to lead, not just to survive. Whether you're a night owl or an early riser, consistency is what will make the difference. You can still win your day by not getting up at 4 a.m.
I just like it. I feel like there's not a lot of distractions going on, and I can put myself in the best mental state to be productive throughout the day. We're going to talk about eliminating decision-making in the morning to enhance your workouts and your workout schedule, all right? So the more choices you make, the more drained you get. So by the time it's workout time, your willpower is gone. Get your body moving. Don't give yourself time to negotiate as soon as you wake up. Think less, act more. Automate your morning and fitness will fall into place.
Your terminology for instinct, I think, is my terminology for a life system.
Yes.
But it's a system. It's just something that's part of my day. It's who I am. It's going to happen.
Don't take it without respect. Does your day happen by accident with success, Michael? Or does your day happen with structure and success?
I've synced my personal and business calendar, so whenever she sends me a reminder of anything, it could be the dumbest thing, getting my hair cut at 3 o'clock. Okay, boom, it goes into my calendar. It's crazy how many hours I spend doing it, and I don't think anybody understands how many hours you have to plan.
I get frustrated with folks that don't grasp the value of time. And it's back to that bartender which thinks they can squeeze 30 ounces out of a 26-ounce bottle, right? And great bartenders can. But the reality is it's only 24 hours in a day.
Please don't. I'm too busy already.
More engagement, more interaction.
Oh, I love it, man.
Don't engage with me, please, because we'll respond.
When you win the morning, you're going to have a good day. And a good day can translate into a good week. A good week will translate into a good month. And a good month will translate into a good year. And a good year can most likely change the rest of your life. It's like putting gravel in the stomach. And then the body's going, shit, okay, my insulin's triggered. There's no nutrients here. I guess I'm just going to take this sugar and I'm going to fill up the fat cell in my tits.
I help high-performing execs and entrepreneurs own their personal story and confidently get fucking paid for their expertise. Don't focus on those things. Those are really tangible things that people try to sell you on because they try to tell you the problem. But the problem really comes down to the fact that you need to shift your focus from what's the visual representation of this brand, redirect your time, put the time in to investing in understanding who you are, why you're different, and how you're going to show up when you're actually building your personal brand.
They ran into someone on the weekend that had said, hey, I love your show, because I never know what Anderson's going to say next. It's just like this show that you never know what's coming.
Eating for purpose and not pleasure, right? So that you keep trying to look for ways to pleasure yourself. How can I get this to taste good? How can I get away with enjoying my favorite candy bar or my favorite snack? You got to get that out the window and change your mindset.
Body does it by itself. It's when we start doing this dumb shit like eating candy, trying to make it trigger harder, that we fuck shit up. Everything we eat is filled with sugar. The sugar content is fucking sky high. Here's the thing. In crackers, for Christ's sake, there's sugar in crackers. You just can't taste it because they put the salt in there, which then offsets the sugar, but it has this really rich flavor that you can't wait to have another one.
What's fun is knowing you're going to live to 80, 90, go hiking with your kids, walking with your kids, eating whole ingredients forever.
People that think eating how they want to is fun, they don't know how bad they feel because they've never felt good. The addiction center of the brain doesn't understand the difference between heroin or fucking sugar.
Where else are you going to get these dudes and Jory talking about the specific, really detailed shit that they're talking about? You're just not going to do it.
We're taking some stuff that's really complex and breaking it down into a simple format so people have the ability to make decisions for themselves based upon something they understand. Let's understand that why as simply as we can so we can get on with the how. Because the how we get better is where we want to spend our time. Be careful what you think, because what you think translates into what you believe real fucking quick.
As Johnny says, you're watching this airplane turn into a rocket ship in real time. We're building it as we fly. 8 o'clock Eastern time, mornings in the lab with Keith and friends. You know where to find us. You can't have without failure.
Yeah, you know what? I fucking had to file for bankruptcy because I launched a company and I thought I've had it all figured out and was doing really well. And then it blew up. And how many of us can appreciate and resonate with the fact that you put a lot behind something and then it blows up? That's real.
The fact that you embrace failure makes you an absolute business athlete, because, Erica, you can't have success without failure.
You can have the most beautiful, beautiful brand. And if it says nothing, if there's nothing deep that resonates with your audience about it, nobody will give a shit.
A brand is not a logo. A brand is not your font. A brand is actually something that goes underneath all of that. And it's actually not really tangible.
The first step about boundaries, it's not just saying no, it's saying, okay, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? Where do I want to focus on?
It's powerful saying no. It's actually powerful to say no so I can say yes to things that are important. Very difficult to do. Learning how to say no so that I could say yes to the big things, but not be worried about the fear of missing out.
Why is it so critical for you to not disappoint anybody else that's asking you for something? But in the end, you're disappointed, I'm disappointed, the kids are disappointed. Like, why the fuck is everyone else more important than us?
Say no to something so you can say yes to something later. Don't be afraid to set a boundary, and don't look at a boundary as a negative. Look at a boundary as a plan. Look at a boundary as a roadmap. Look at a boundary as a value. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it. Like the channel. Tell your friends about it. We go live every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, X, and LinkedIn.